Days of Our Lives spoilers. A heart in the balance. Will Sarah's walls crumble when she sees Xander's torment? Salem, IL November 4th in the grand, tragic tapestry of Salem. Love is rarely a simple promise. It is a battlefield, a prison, a sanctuary, and a wound, often all at once. For Sarah Horton and Xander Kyriakis, their relationship has been a masterclass in this painful complexity. Betrayal, amnesia, a stolen child, and a desperate, undying love have defined their star-crossed path. Now, as the autumn leaves fall on a city perpetually on the brink of emotional chaos, the week of November 4th promises a pivotal confrontation that will leave fans breathless. The question on everyone's lips, when Sarah looks into Xander's eyes, will the fortress around her heart finally relent? For months, Sarah has operated from a place of righteous, albeit manufactured, indignation. Her memory, meticulously wiped and reprogrammed by the nefarious Dr. Snyder at Maggie's behest, painted Xander as a monster who abandoned her and their child. It was a narrative built on sand, but to Sarah, it was as solid as granite. She moved on, or tried to, finding a safe harbor in the arms of the ever-stoic Alex Kyriakis. From her perspective, it was a logical choice, a stable, reformed man versus the one who allegedly caused her ultimate heartbreak. But the truth, as it always does in Salem, has a way of bleeding through the cracks. Sarah now knows everything. She knows Xander fought for her, that he was a victim of a cruel conspiracy, and that his love for her and their daughter, Victoria, has been the one constant in his tumultuous life. Knowing and feeling, however, are two different languages, and Sarah has yet to learn how to translate the facts into forgiveness. The stage is set for a soul-bearing confrontation. Spoilers for the week of November 4th indicate that a chance encounter at the Horton Town Square or a deliberate meeting at the Kyriakis mansion will force these two wounded souls into the same orbit. The air will crackle with unsaid words and a history that hangs between them like a ghost. Sources close to the production hint that this won't be a screaming match or a tearful plea filled with exposition. Instead, it will be a scene of profound, quiet desperation. Xander, portrayed with a raw, guttural vulnerability by Paul Telfer, is expected to abandon his usual bravado. The man who once commanded boardrooms and threatened enemies with a chilling calm is now stripped bare. He won't list his accomplishments or recite the wrongs done to him. He will simply stand before her, a man hollowed out by love and loss. This is Xander at his most authentic, an insider reveals. He's done fighting the world. The only battle that matters to him now is the one for Sarah's heart, and he knows he can't win it with force. He has to win it with truth, with silence, and with the sheer, undeniable weight of his devotion. The power, then, lies entirely with Sarah. Lindsay Godfrey's performance is teased to be a masterclass in internal conflict. Viewers will see the war waging behind Sarah's eyes, the logical part of her brain that has built a life with Alex, the protective mother wary of upheaval, and the dormant, flickering ember of the woman who irrevocably loved Xander Kyriakis. The ghost of what was versus the promise of what could be. The central conflict for Sarah isn't just about forgiving Xander. It's about reconciling two conflicting realities. In one, she was betrayed and abandoned, and she found safety and stability. In the other, she was the victim of a cruel plot, and the man she believed to be her villain was, in fact, her hero. When she looks at Xander during this fated meeting, she won't just see the man standing before her. She'll be bombarded with sensory memories, the ghost of his touch, the echo of his laughter in the rooms of the Titan mansion, the memory of his unwavering belief in her during her own darkest times. She'll remember the man who risked everything to save her from a serial killer, the man who looked at her as if she were the only star in his sky. This sensory assault will clash violently with the comfortable, if less passionate, life she has constructed with Alex. He represents a future free from the tumultuous storms that have always defined her relationship with Xander. But is a calm harbor truly satisfying when your soul yearns for the thrill of the open sea? The Horton legacy and the weight of family. complicating Sarah's decision is the very foundation of her identity, her name. As a Horton, she is intrinsically linked to a legacy of forgiveness, second chances, and enduring love. The ornaments on the family Christmas tree are testaments to loves that weathered infidelity, murder, possession, and even returns from the dead. Her own mother, Maggie, has forgiven sins far greater than any Xander has committed against Sarah directly. Will Sarah be able to look at the portrait of her grandfather, Tom Horton, and not feel the weight of his benevolent, forgiving gaze? To turn her back on a love that was wronged, not wrong, would be to defy the very core of what it means to be a Horton. This familial pressure, though unspoken, will be a palpable force in the scene. A community on the edge. The ripple effects of this single confrontation will be felt across Salem. Maggie is living with the guilt of her role in the deception and will be watching her daughter's agony with a tortured soul. Alex, aware that the foundation of his relationship is built on a lie of omission, is poised to see his world unravel. And Victor, from whatever celestial poker game he's surely running in the afterlife, would be placing all his chips on his beloved nephew Xander, finally getting the happy ending he fought so hard to deserve. The week of November 4th is not just about a couple reconciling. It is about the very nature of love itself. Is it a choice, a feeling, or a destiny? Can trust, once shattered, be pieced back together into something stronger? When Sarah looks at Xander, she will see the man who broke her heart, but she will also see the man whose heart she is now in the process of breaking. She will see the father of her child, the love of her life, and the source of her greatest pain, all in one anguished gaze. The spoilers point to a moment of suspended animation. A single tear tracing a path down a cheek, a hesitant step forward, a hand trembling, reaching out. The writers are crafting a scene designed to be dissected and debated for weeks to come. Will Sarah relent? The evidence of Xander's unwavering love is written in the lines of sorrow on his face, a testament to their shared history. To relent would be to embrace that beautiful, terrifying chaos once more. To turn away would be to choose a quieter, safer, but perhaps infinitely less vibrant life. In Salem, the heart wants what it wants. And on November 4th, the world will be watching to see if Sarah Horton's heart still, despite everything, wants Xander Kyriakis.